Welcome to Fresh City. My name is Rang Goel, the founder. We are a city farm, Canada's largest, and we deliver local organic produce right to your door. Fresh City's purpose is really to get people eating consciously by bringing makers and eaters together. So our model is basically to grow food right in the city and deliver it to your door. So we grow at Downsview Park here on about 6 acres. We also have a couple of other locations around Toronto. Our member farmers are sort of our apprentices, people who are learning how to farm, so there's about 20 of them. Each of them have their own little plot at Downsview Park.
So you're going to alternate between like sunflowers and peas?
There's nothing quite like learning firsthand and with your own hands-on experience. So as a member farmer, what's great is that you get to try things out on a bigger than garden scale, but it has very little risk.
We share tools, so tools that otherwise would be very expensive for one person that we can share together. They get cold storage, a lot of the sort of basics you need to start commercial farming. And in return, they do half a day labor on Fresh City's plot. So the land here is divided, give or take 50-50 between Fresh City's plot and our member farmers plot. So it's kind of a cooperative arrangement where people don't actually have to pay anything.
Member farmers sell their own food and keep the profit that they make. They also have the option to sell to Fresh City Farms, which is also a good marketing stream for us to get a lot of our crops delivered to Torontonians.
Local food, by virtue of it not being trucked over long distances, or even worse than that, being airlifted vast distances, means much less energy is being used to bring it to market. And study have shown also that nutrition is detrimentally impacted when you're trucking it over long distances. A lot of people in the conventional industry will tell you, we can't go back to farming like it was 100 years ago. But they're really creating a straw man. Organic farming doesn't mean you farm like it's 1850. You're still using mechanization, you're using research and a lot of the latest research, a lot of technology. You're just not using chemicals. So for us, organic is really the natural way to go. It doesn't make sense to put chemicals in our food when we don't know the ultimate impact on them. So I'll get that. I'll see if Phil can do it tomorrow. During the growing season, we grow anything you can imagine in terms of the hardy greens, so kale, Swiss chard, the root crops like carrots, beets, parsnips. We specialize in salad mix because we can harvest it that morning and deliver it that day. So it doesn't get any fresher than that. So arugula, spinach, lettuce, mustard seeds, eggplant, tomato. It's a real showcase. We run a bag program that basically delivers the food that we grow in addition to other organic farmers and is delivered right to your door. The reason why we find selling directly to customers is the way to go is A, it's the freshest for them, and for us it means less middlemen. We also live in a world where there's huge grocery chains now. So the top 3 grocery chains control like 70% of the market, and they don't really want to deal with small farmers. So there's a huge movement afoot over the last generation of small farmers going directly to customers. And that's called CSA, which is Community Shared Agriculture. And basically it's the community saying, we're going to support a farmer directly and buy food right from them.
Hi, Susanna. Yes, Carrie from Fresh City Farms.
Hi Carrie, nice to see you.
Organic eating has become increasingly important for me over the last few years, and I was actually surprised when I came back to Toronto a number of years ago how difficult it still is to find food that is truly local and truly organic in restaurants and in grocery stores. So it is very important to me that I can trust what's going to be delivered, and also that Fresh City educates us, the recipients, about where the food exactly is coming from, that we have an opportunity to meet the farmers, and there's all kinds of community engagement activities, so it makes a huge difference. One of the things I really love is that with each bag they include a recipe of the items that are in the bag that week, and it's great for people like me who don't cook that much because I don't have to think about how to prepare the items, and they also give really cute history on the vegetables themselves, especially for the ones that might not be so common.
There's a growing movement. I think food is probably the most important grassroots movement in the West these days, in the developed world. What we're doing now as a society really now is a grand experiment with these pesticides. We don't know the long impact of using all these chemicals in our food. You can run a campaign and you can sign petitions and go to a protest, but there's honestly nothing like, in Gandhi's words, being the change that you advocate. And that's what I think a lot of people are here for. They want to demand more of government, they want to demand more of companies, but they want to do it themselves as well. They want to show that it can be done, that farming sustainably is viable.